Hi, Barry here again. This is update number 7 with our aquaponic system. As you can see, everything's sort of starting to grow quite nicely. The flowers have started to grow again on the tomatoes. I want to expel a couple of myths here about aquaponics, and one of them is people seem to, every time they start to get a bit of a yellow leaf like this here, they seem to start throwing chelated iron into the system. Well, 90% of the time it's not iron that they're deficient of, it's what you call nutrient lockout. And it happens when your water sometimes gets a little bit above the pH of 7. Excuse me. Once you get above 7, they start to lock out some of the nutrients like nitrogen and boron and copper and a few of the other trace elements. So what I've actually done with my system here is I've slowly dropped the pH back to 6.8. Now I've kept it there for a couple of days, and I've also dropped it further. I'm down now to about 6.5. Now it's not ideal conditions for the bacteria because all that aerobic bacteria like fairly alkaline conditions, and I'm getting a little bit of leaf burn there on my lettuce, as you can see, just on the edges, but it's not a real big deal. And because it was such a slow change, it hasn't done any damage to the fish. The fish are still fine, they're still growing, they're still eating, they're still happy. But it's a really important point because it can stop your plants from growing. On the broad beans there, you can see I was getting a lot of the leaves were turning black and dying off, and pollination was very, very low. Now if you look up the top part of these now, right up here, you'll see that they're starting to come good again. The leaves are green, they've got rid of the spots. Now in the next few days I'll bring the pH back up to 7 again, because it really needs to sit out there for the bacteria to thrive. So I say it's a real compromise. As you can see there, the little Roma tomatoes are starting to come on quite well. Everything's going pretty well now. There's a little fancy lettuce there growing in the pipe. I'll let you have a bit of a look at that. It's called a lace lettuce, this one. It's, as soon as I can flip into it, just bear with me for a second. Oh, I knew I'd have to get it eventually. There it is. They're a beautiful lettuce, very tender, nice and sweet. Anyhow, we'll go around here and have a bit of a look. You can see the red rose up the back there. The lettuce is looking quite good, quite healthy. The cucumber up in the filter box up there, and the pumpkin's starting to come along quite nicely. The mint over the back's looking quite good, and the side shoots off some of these tomatoes that we had are just now starting to pick up a little bit in both tanks there. There's a mixture there of the Aquaponic blacks and the Aquaponic reds. My little sweet bites are still growing crazy. There's still heaps and heaps of flowers starting to come on them again. As I say, there was a bit of a problem there with nutrient blockout, but we've solved that problem now, and it's all looking a-okay. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next week with update number 8.